Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last episode, we were once again dealing with Kyoko. It seems the game decided I had spent enough time not in her presence, and once again, she has graced us with her wisdom and her negging. So, if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Go on then. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
So...
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
Indeed.
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case is, without a doubt, Mukuro Ikusaba. The ultimate despair. Be wary of her. Mukuro Ikusaba's profile has been updated in the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
And?
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then...
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh, wait, are we not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
Why?
Sad? She has no respect for the dead. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to say anything. Did you forget? She was our enemy once. Who cares? You can still respect the dead. A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? I have. And I am hoping beyond hope that this will end with you learning the meaning of that fucking phrase. Well, yeah, but still, because Makoto has a good heart, whereas Kyoko, I question if she has a heart. You really are naive, you know that. No, he's a good person, not that you'd know anything about that. It's really quite appalling. Bitch, you're appalling. Don't! It's like watching someone with Stockholm Syndrome. It really is. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not slowly losing my mind. I swear to God I'm not. But she could have abandoned me. But she decided to help me instead. Makoto, you fucking doormat. So, for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then...
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations. Yes? Yes! Please! Hold on. I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. Her behaviour? No, it's the pocketbook. I need to ask her about that pocketbook I found in the locker. If I don't do it now... Yep. Let me be free. I want my freedom. Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask. Why are you such a bitch?
What?
Go ahead then. Out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
What?
What?
So...
What do you mean? You know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you'd need the handbook of whoever owned the locker before. That was completely wrong, but I'll do it again. My tongue fumbles have not ceased. But to get into any of the lockers, you'd need the handbook of whoever the lockers belonged to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I love how she hasn't said anything about what she's done. We have separate investigations, yet I'm going to question you on everything you've found, and I'm not going to tell you anything of what I've found. Thanks, Kyoko. Thank you ever so much. So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. You're wrong! You're oh so wrong, and that delights me. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. Oh, really, bitch? Let me tell you how that is incorrect. You'll have already spent a year here. When you moved up, presumably into the next year, those became your lockers. I win. I hate you. I'm slowly going insane. My grip on what is real is fading. Help me, please. Please send help. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? Video?
Makoto.
Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although, I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. Yep, because it's your locker. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD? Class 78, urgent interviews. And again, here she is, hiding evidence. I have to question whether or not she would have given this to Makoto. Because here's the thing. She only brought it up after Makoto told her about finding a pocketbook that she had written in. So I'm kind of inclined to say that if Makoto hadn't have brought that up to her, then she wouldn't have brought up this DVD. She wouldn't have brought it up to him. Kyoko. Here's the thing, I can guess what is on this DVD. I'm not exactly sure what it's gonna show, but I reckon it's gonna urgent interviews, so it will probably be someone interviewing all of class 78, and we know that that is this class. So if they were being interviewed either in Hope's Peak or by, a member of staff, the headmaster, whatever, like, it would give more credence to the, you know, the idea that, hey, you've been here for a while, you had a regular school life prior to the tragedy, you're thinking about this the wrong way round. And what Kyoko just said, that, you know, that means that the DVD could be real. She thought it was fake. Kyoko likes to go on about how a detective should be unbiased, but she isn't unbiased. Kyoko is a hypocrite. I would like to think, even if you really love Kyoko, you can still acknowledge that she is a hypocrite. Just like I, despite hating her, I can acknowledge that on some level she is quite a compelling character. And she does have her good points. I like the fact that she doesn't just say, here's what fucking happened. Hi, I'm the ultimate detective, let me tell you what has happened in this case. I like the fact that she kind of forces the other students to figure it out for themselves. I really like that aspect of her personality. But she is a hypocrite, she is heavily biased. She decided that the photos were faked. And now she has this DVD and she's just decided, oh well, this must be fake too. It can't possibly be real. And only when Makoto provides her with this extra push has she gone, oh shit, no it could be. I'd better show this to him. So good job on Makoto's end, telling her about the pocketbook, because otherwise I don't think she would have shown this to him. For fuck's sake, Kyoko. A DVD? And it says class number 78 urgent interviews?
So...
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realise exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever been before. None of this makes sense right now. But I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Interview DVD has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. You know what? Small round of applause for Kyoko. She's actually fucking sharing things for once. She's learning. She's learning. Unfortunately, Makoto is also learning to be more like her. God damn. Oh god, that hurts my heart. It's kind of like in this. I gather, or at least I get the feeling that the people who watch Danganronpa on my channel don't necessarily play RPGs, so y'all might not get this reference. In Dragon Age Origins, one of my favorite games of all time, it is my favorite game of all time, basically you have this character Alistair. He's really sweet, really funny, everyone loves Alistair, and he's kind of, he's a bastard prince. He is the son of the late king, but not the son of the late queen. And basically towards the end of the game, you have this choice of who do you put on the throne. You have Honora, who was married to Kalen, who is Alistair's half-brother. He was the legitimate heir to the throne. She was married to Kalen. Kalen pretty much was just this, like, he was king in name, but he didn't really do anything. He just sort of liked to dick around with the soldiers and bang the maids, basically. Honora was the actual power behind the throne. She did fucking everything. She was there with, like, foreign diplomats and, like, liaising with people and all of that good shit. She was the actual one running the country, but here's the thing, Honora isn't nobility. She's basically the daughter of a general and a fucking cabinet maker. I think she wasn't nobility, and as such she has no royal blood. Yes, she was the queen, her husband the king died, and she was kind of left with the throne, but she doesn't actually have any royal blood. Then you have Alistair, who has no noble training. He was raised in like a fucking stable, basically, but he has that royal blood, and so people are pushing him to be on the throne. And a lot of people, when they first played the game, kind of thought, well, we'll just marry Alistair to Honora. That's like the optimal thing to do. That way you have someone who knows what's there, who knows what they are doing on the throne, and you can also satisfy the traditionalists by having someone with royal blood on the throne. Like, this is great. And a lot of people said, oh, I think Alistair will affect Honora's personality. Honora is this very hard, cold woman. She's kind of got a stick up her ass. It is kind of like Kyoko and Makoto, if you get what I'm saying. And everyone, for some reason, thought that Alistair would soften Honora. And we see the pair of them in Inquisition. And Alistair, he's rude. He is rude and a little bit mean, and he's very brusque, and it's so apparent that Alistair didn't have an effect on Honora, but Honora had an effect on Alistair, and that's what's happened with Kyoko and Makoto. Makoto hasn't softened Kyoko at all, but Kyoko has hardened Makoto, and it makes me sad. Like I said, I hoped he'd have some character development, and he hasn't had much, but I see him getting meaner almost, and I'm like, I don't like that. I really don't like that. And apologies for my rambling. Now let's listen to Kyoko ramble. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Ramble?
In other words.
So, as it turns out, I'm a giant bitch. The arrangements I'd made didn't stick. Holy shit! I don't know what the fuck is going on, and I do not trust this. I do not trust this. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything. Even my own feelings. Oh my god, is this the beginning of the Kyoko redemption arc? Tell me this is the beginning of the Kyoko redemption arc. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. Was there ever? Given how you were talking about Mukuro like 2 minutes ago, was there ever room in your heart for forgiveness? Where are you going? I thought this was the start of the Kyoko redemption arc. I don't know. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? If you're conflicted, then clearly, on some level, you wanted a relationship with him. As I'm pretty much convinced that a lot of what Kyoko thinks about her dad is stuff that her family has told her. I don't know, but I feel like there is this whole ass story there that we're not going to get because Kyoko doesn't know it, and we can't ask him because he's dead. So I feel like something happened there, and Kyoko's heard her family's side of it, and that has kind of formed her entire opinion. And I feel... I really want to know her backstory. I really want to know what went on here. So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? Because you wanted a relationship with your dad, and the whole thing about like wanting to cut him off was a way of protecting your heart in case he turned out that, you know, he actually was a dickhead. Like, that's why. That is why. It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it. But her smile was filled with sorrow. She's compelling. She's certainly compelling. I kind of feel... if they did start a redemption arc, even if it was right at the end, I think I would be very grateful, because here's the thing, to start a redemption arc, she has to admit that she did something wrong. And she hasn't. And here's the thing, I don't think she sees that she's done anything wrong at all. And she's very compelling, but it's too little too late. Until she actually admits that she has faults, and that she fucked up, and that she behaved really badly, it will never be enough to make me like her. It will never be enough to make me respect her. Because I have no respect for Kyoko. I have literally negative respect for Kyoko. She's compelling, still fucking hate her.
Whew.
So, that's it for my rambling. Literally, the reason why I gave her a round of applause at the beginning was because I thought she was going to share something about the case. No, I retract my round of applause. Boo! Boo for Kyoko, boo! How dare you! There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth, and I know that truth, girl. The one absolute truth is that you, say it with me, people, are a bitch. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, it's my suffering. The truth serves my fucking suffering. Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst, it's the worst. I had such high hopes for you, Kyoko, and then they were all dashed by your shit-fucked personality. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Oh, I gave up hope for you ages ago. Absolutely not. Because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know. You said that in the fucking junk pit, Makoto. You're good at other things. God damn. Oh, this poor boy's confidence is in the fucking toilet. Indeed. Again, you're not gonna bother building up your friend. No, because it serves you for him to have low confidence. It really serves your purpose quite well. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone, and I wished it was forever. I'd better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world, I can't afford to lose. Yep, let us go. The AV room was on the first floor, I believe. No, not that one. Not that one. I think it was... No. Yeah. I feel like it was this one. AV room. That's the nurse. Yes, there we go. I haven't been taking screenshots for thumbnails. Whoops. Oh dear. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds. But to me, it felt like an eternity. And then, all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? What was it? Was it Q? It was Q, aha! Okay. It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
Hello? The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man, the headmaster. Hello, sir.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
What? You can't do this to me now! I haven't had to voice her in fucking ages! What did she sound like? Oh god! It was American, I remember that. I think I went really high-pitched. Oh, fuck. You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school? If World War III is happening outside, then I think quite a few people would. I accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. Oh. There was a lot I hadn't understood up till now. But this, only this. I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad, she tried to frame me for murder. So, why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished fluttered. Why did I say fluttered? That looks nothing like fluttered. On the monitor, the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Yep. There you are, bud. Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school.
Is that Byakuya's voice actor? I may be wrong, but that sounds like Byakuya to me.
Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya, Kyoko, Hina, everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie! Looks like it broke! Out of service! I'm assuming they didn't play two, Junko and Mukuro. What? It just so happened to break just now.
Too bad.
Now, then, when, doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure my ass! You cut the power on purpose! Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, I'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the question and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh. But as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in the favour of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? Bingo! There you go, bud, you got there. What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Interview DVD has been updated in the Truth Bullets section of your handbook.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started.
Yes!
The beginning of the end of the class trial.
And I am gonna end this right here in the next one. The final class trial begins! But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.